career in any way. And other than it was the first time I got like a credit, basically in a poster. I mean, they took this, they decided to go this approach and really sell the makeup aspect of the movie, and without consulting me, there's a, you know, I have a poster downstairs that says, you know, the first new horror creature created by the man who did King Kong and The Exorcist. And I was appalled because, yes, I did King Kong and I played King Kong in that film, and yes, I worked on The Exorcist, but it wasn't really my film. It was Dick Smith's film, who was my master. And here it is looking like I'm taking credit for Dick Smith's work, and I actually had nothing to do with it. So I was quite, appalled by their approach, and immediately called Dick Smith and said, you know, something's happened that I had nothing to do with, and I'm sorry, but they gave me credit for The Exorcist. But it was funny. They had me travel around. They shot some, B-roll stuff of me doing the makeup and talking about it, and I did a number of TV shows. I mean, I guess it may have helped my career some. I know the Melting Man actually does have a following of some sort, even though I don't think the film's really very good. In fact, I have one of my biggest fans is obsessed with the Melting Man, and he actually duplicated all the stages of the makeups. And there's a picture of me that was in Famous Monsters or Starlog or one of those magazines at the time, with all the sculptures that I did. And he did the same thing, did all the sculptures and posed like I did in it. And so it definitely has its following. The original plan for the Melt was actually we were going to do it during principal photography, one of the nights that we filmed, the last nights that we filmed. And I believe we were actually at this power plant place in Sun Valley, not far from where we are now, actually, and we're filming all night, all the other stuff that went on. Alex Rebar had the mask on with the goo on it, and the plan was I was going to take that final stage off, glue the tubing in that goes through all the different parts and pump the fluid out and glue the strings on and pull it all in. But as it many times happens on film, they filmed all the stuff they had to get, and it's like, the sun's about to come up, we got to do the melting shot, and it's like, I don't have enough time to get ready, And it's like, well, try, So I got the head off, which was sopping wet from Alex Rebar sweat, and trying to glue the stuff on, and it just wasn't working. And I said, we can't do it tonight. This is the payoff for the movie. We can't shoot it in 15 minutes, without any prep. So we came back to it on another day, which was better for everybody, I think, and with a smaller crew, and just, it was basically I had this torso that was kind of like, I think it was almost like paper mache that was hollow that I could get underneath, and we had the Melting Man last stage mask that I had put all this tubing in, and cables, and had these bug sprayers that were all pumped up, these Hudson sprayers that had the fluid in it, and then I would, and a couple of my assistants, hit the button on those, and then the goo would start to spew out the holes that I put in the mask for where the tubing was, and then I would just pull the cable so they had collapsed in on itself, and the whole thing just kind of got flat, and that was it. And I think we had a pot of goo at the end, I don't remember. But also, I think, now that I think back on that hand shot, I think we also did the thing with the hand through the board where we actually pulled the hand out, and the same thing, we pulled cables and kind of flattened it out and pumped goo out of it. I don't remember if we shot that at the same time or if we did that at the end for the final melt. I haven't seen the film